Welcome to the live podcast from around the world. Live. This is the Cosmos Diaries podcast show. Presented by the Travelog team.
Welcome back, folks, to an all-new episode of the Cosmos Diaries podcast season 2. Yep, that's right, we're back with another season. After close to a year, we're back again at it, and we're so happy for the support we received for the first season. So we thought, why don't we come back another season with more exciting topics to speak with your hosts and co-hosts, and maybe some guests in the future. Who knows? Anyway, you guys are joined by your host Aditya and your co-host Imad, where our topic for discussion today is just casual talk. That's it. It's just two friends talking to each other. Hi Imad, welcome to the podcast.
Hi Aditya, thanks for having me. How are you doing?
I'm doing great, bro. I hope you've been doing good. You're back at NIT, right?
Yeah, that's really great.
I just joined my college as well, and we're in our final years. We both are in our final years, just a year to go, right?
Yeah, that's also one of the major reasons why I couldn't really upload the season 2, Because life's really been changing and really, uncertain since in the last couple of months, I guess.
Yeah, I guess we have around 8 months left, that's all. And we'll be free, I guess. We'll have a sad, depressing job after this.
Yeah, that's why we have opened this podcast.
Yes. So good luck with that, my placements are coming in a month. So let's see if I'll get it or not. I wish you all the best as well.
Yeah, same. So recently, you're been to your hometown or home country, I could say, Oman recently. So what changes did you see after being in India for so long? And did you even feel any change?
Honestly, the only change that I noticed now is that we used to stay in Dasit. Now we stay in Al-Kuwait. That's the only difference. So now Avenue is small and the Mall of Oman, all of these are very near to me. That's the only difference I've seen. Apart from that, I don't see much difference in Math. What about you? Do you see any difference?
I don't know because I've been going every 6 months, so I can't really say that much. But, you must have noticed something different, right? Maybe the streets are more cleaner, or maybe the air is a bit different, and the water you drink is a bit different, etc.
Yes, there was a difference actually. The heat was much more stronger in Oman, I would say. I think when I came there for vacation, it was around 40-50 degrees Celsius. It was scorching hot. It was really hot. So where I'm currently in Manipal, it's very rainy here. So it's a huge difference in weather when you go there. It's just sunny all along, right, in Muscat, and it's so different here.
Yeah.
So,
yes. Yeah. So even when I have gone, I've noticed the sunlight in Oman is increasingly high compared to India. Whereas in India, the temperature might have gone up and down, but the sunlight intensity is not that really bad. You might have higher humidity, where my college is. We really get it's really very humid during July to August. Even right now, it's really humid.
That is very true, Ahmad. Here in Manipal, it's very similar. The weather is very similar to Kerala. Have you been to Kerala?
No, not really.
Okay, you should definitely visit Kerala. Next time, if you're planning on visiting Kerala, give me a call. I'll show you around.
Yeah, sure.
So the weather, it's very similar to Kerala. It's really humid when it's sunny. So basically, I'm doing hotel management, and you have to wear blazers to college. So you're walking 2 kilometers in the sun, and it's so hot that you start sweating.
Yeah. So just a question now. How do you even maintain that look? The blazer and stuff. Don't you get?
So basically, if I can't use it for more than a week. If I use it for more than a week, it gets really smelly and sweaty. So the thing is, every weekend I give it for dry cleaning. So they dry clean it, and they bring it the next day. So that's how I survive in Manipal under all these weather conditions. Here it's two extremes. It's either very rainy or it's very hot. humid is the word I would use.
Yeah.
I saw this new Marvel movie yesterday, Deadpool and Wolverine, and I thought I have some really interesting takes on it. I thought it was a good movie. It can disappoint a few people, but I've seen the other two Deadpool movies, and I honestly thought this was a really, really good ending point. I would say it's not really ended there, but I think this is the end of a new beginning. That's how I felt. The humor is really on your face. It's like Deadpool is just non-stop giving jokes, like here and there. It's like it's a 2 hours 5 minutes, I think, and around 95% of the movie is just him giving random jokes. I really enjoyed it, but there were moments where it gets really overwhelming. I was like, come on, it needs some more serious moments, right? And I felt like that was a bit missing. They could have toned that down a bit, but then again, Deadpool's personality is basically, like that. So I really can't complain. I got more Deadpool than I asked for, so I'm really satisfied. Have you seen the movie, Iman?
Not really, but I've seen the reviews and they are really, really good. But yeah, as you said, like the seriousness, the movie is really lacking in the storytelling. Like I've seen one review and they told that the first Deadpool movies were the story was decided first and then the jokes and the gags were all constructed around it. But like in this movie, right, the jokes and gags were constructed first and then the story was written around it. So this is something like many people actually noticed it, not just you. And yeah, I think it was bound to happen at a certain point because the unique selling point of Deadpool was always the fourth wall breaking and the jokes and the gags. I don't think the seriousness was ever the unique selling, because you have serious superheroes like Spider-Man and stuff. Like Deadpool was mostly famous for the fourth wall break and the jokes and stuff, and that's why they exactly got Wolverine for it, because like technically speaking in comics, in the starting also, like the only reason they both are like together is because of bangs and also because of their healing factors. But other than that, they don't have really much connections. Like they're not really connecting actors. Like one is a serious guy, other one is just a laughing guy. Or maybe you could say like they're the opposite ends of the same spectrum. Like one guy got depressed because of suffering, and the other one guy just uses humor as a surviving mechanism. So yeah, I think if there will be a fourth movie, we'll see this increase in this pattern moves, and there might not even be a story. What do you think about this?
I mean, yes, I agree with you. I mean, Deadpool and Wolverine, they're completely different personalities, right? But somehow, because of this movie, I think they were really perfect for each other. The personalities go hand in hand. Like one is a very serious dude who basically is not afraid to back down, right? He will go. If he is angry, he's gonna do it, right? And then on the other side, you have a really funny guy like Deadpool, right? So somehow it just goes hand in hand. It was both when Hugh Jackman and Ryan Reynolds were on screen together, it was a delight to watch. They both have such amazing chemistry together. It's awesome, and you can really see that they're friends off screen when you watch this movie. There's a lot of like good songs that are thrown here and there, and especially there's a song by Madonna that I really like. They played this during one of the most crucial scenes in the movie, and oh my god, it was amazing. My entire theater was houseful, and they were all hooting at that scene. They were all cheering, and I got goosebumps honestly in that scene. That scene was really good, and I felt like MCU is finally making its comeback after quite a while. They really needed this. I feel like that's great.
Yeah,
and there's quite a few nice animals also. Yes, Iman.
I talking about the hand holding scene.
Yes. I don't want to spoil anything. It has got to do with hand holding. Yes.
Nobody will.
Yeah, that scene was awesome. I saw it, and I must say that was too good. That's the word.
Yeah, that is
Really good cameos. I don't think you guys will see it coming, but when it comes, it delivers. And the cameos are really good in this movie.
Could you give some hints on what the cameos would be?
Unfortunately, I would not give that because it's spoilers.
Fine.
Let's keep this a
Spoiler will anyways be released 2 weeks after the.
Go on now.
I'm pretty sure everyone would have seen by then.
I mean, it's okay. I'm sure there are people who are going to watch it, once it releases on OTT and all. So let's keep it a surprise for them, right? Don't you think? That's good, right?
Yeah, of course. I don't think they're gonna release it on Disney Plus. And Disney doesn't have other OTT.
Yeah.
So
Maybe not anytime.
never come.
And it's unlikely.
Maybe only Blu-ray.
It is yes, probably. And I don't think Disney will release it anytime soon. Because in this movie, there's a lot of shit talking about Fox and Disney, their beef and all that. So I don't think Disney will be very happy to release it now, but maybe after some time, you can probably see it.
Yeah. Coming to this topic between Fox and Disney, back in 2000s when Marvel was at its bankruptcy, they kind of just sold their characters to Fox, like the best of them. And Sony got Spider-Man, and these people got Fantastic Four and X-Men. But then these people were like, they didn't really know how to use those characters, and they kind of wasted them, Whereas Marvel got like really, they were like left over with the worst characters they made, but then they knew how to use them, so they used them like really, really correctly. So yeah, I think the same problem is with DC as well. Like they have the assets, but they don't really know exactly how to use them. So yeah, I mean, that is one of the points. But James Gunn is really trying to fix that mistake which he saw actually fixed in Marvel. Okay, let me get this back. The point of the first 5 MCU movies was that at its core they were like pretty much strong. They were pretty much clear with their purpose and what they actually wanted to do. So overall, they delivered on the promise that they are comic book movies and not movies. That is where Fox and even Warner Brothers lacked. They were making movies first and not as comic book movies. And yeah, this is one of the very, very core elements that Marvel really changed, like before Marvel came, people didn't really think they could be comic movies, But ever since there have been these many comic book movies, people's opinions have really changed, So what do you think, Aditya?
But I believe you're talking about Marvel, right?
Yeah.
And how it's changed a lot from before.
Yeah, so I was just asking do you think Marvel's glory is just connected to its Endgame and Infinity War hype, and all the other movies before it, nobody cared about Marvel that much?
Okay, so is it like, is this movie connected with the Marvel universe?
No, I'm just saying, like, you keep mentioning this fact, right, that can MCU be back at its former glory. But then, if you talk about its former glory, it was only at glory for a year, that's it. But Endgame released in 2019.
I would not honestly say that. I mean, when Iron Man 1 released, first, nobody had any idea that they were building such a big universe. I mean, I remember seeing Iron Man when I was a kid, and I thought it was a great movie. But I had no idea about how big is such a big success. I think when they released the first Avengers movie, all the movies, almost every single movie after that, were really, really good. I think it went very well. So I think when they released the first Avengers movie, I think we kind of got an idea where Marvel is heading. I think,
yeah, I get your point.
And that's the kind of glory I'm talking about. I wish that, yeah, and Emma, I think I should, let's take a small break. I think just a minute.
Yeah, sure.
You are listening to the Cosmos Diaries podcast show, presented by the Travelog team. If you'd like to hear more of these podcasts, consider following us by pressing the follow tab and save the episodes to your library, and do share it with your friends and family, where we will be releasing a podcast episode every Wednesday. Thank you and happy listening.
Welcome back, guys. We had a little bit of problem, but now we have fixed it. And obviously, people wouldn't notice it because we literally removed the gap in post-production. It's fine, it happens. You shouldn't be sorry. If there should be anyone sorry, it should be the internet service provider.
Yeah, I know, right? Oh my god. I have Jio. And the internet is really, really bad in Manipal. For some reason, it just keeps disconnecting here and there. So guys, if you are anywhere in Karnataka or like anywhere in South Karnataka, like Udupi, Manipal, Mangalore, I would not suggest you to get Jio. Don't make the rookie mistake that I did. Try getting Airtel or something else. Airtel is better, I would say. So give that a shot. Which one do you use, Imad? What is your provider?
I use the Airtel. And I feel like mostly the Airtel is very good. Considering how much hate it gets, it's actually good.
Yes, they are overpriced, but they have their perks, which is better connectivity, unlike Jio.
Yeah.
So
But
that's
I was thinking that maybe they're not overpriced. Maybe the price is justified. It's just that we can't afford it. Sometimes,
yes, that's true. The only reason why I took Jio was because their postpaid plan had like free Netflix and Prime included with it, and I thought it was a really good deal. So I just thought, what, I'm only paying 450 rupees a month for free Prime and Prime for a year and Netflix. It's great. So I thought, why not? That's why I chose it. But I'm starting to think that I might be regretting that decision.
Wait, did you say 450 per month?
Yes, 450 per month. Yes, I'm
For Jio.
So it's 1 year of Prime and 1 month of Netflix. It just auto renews every month.
Oh man. Okay, that's a lot actually.
Yeah, that's a pretty.
It's cheaper in that case, because you can get that. I don't know. There's a live streaming service of Paytel, right? I forgot its name right now. But then
Even I don't.
it will give you access to it for 2 or 3 months, along with free calls and internet, all for I think around how much you're saying.
450.
It's for that. Yeah, it's for 3 months, not 1 month.
Wow, that's a great deal actually. But do they give free Netflix and Hotstar? Sorry,
No,
Prime.
they don't give free Netflix. Yeah, so I think that's the catch. I think. Yeah.
That's exactly why I thought this deal was a steal. So I thought, let's go ahead with it. And this might come as a surprise. The number that I'm using right now to call, it was initially Airtel, and I decided to change it to Jio. So I kind of betrayed Airtel. I backstabbed them, and then I changed it to Jio.
Yeah.
So sorry, Airtel. Please forgive me. I got my karma. I just.
Yeah. So, what were we actually talking about?
So we were talking about your universe and how to return it back to its former glory.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure none of us sitting over here can actually return it to its former glory.
Unfortunately, it's all in Baba Kevin Feige's hands. Yes, let's hope he does it.
Yeah. But yeah, I hope he does it. But recently, after Endgame finished, he was thinking of shifting to Star Wars. But he basically understood. He basically understood it's a never-ending joke. People will keep expecting him to deliver Endgame all the time, and it is not possible. Like.
That's very true. That's really sad though. If he had retired after Endgame, he would have probably ended his career as one of the greatest producers in history.
Yeah, but maybe, but yeah, it's like the Batman quote, you know, you either die here or live long enough to see yourself become the villain. Yeah, I think honestly, it's a never-ending cycle, and everything which starts kind of ends. So it even happened with Star Wars, you know, like after the Empire Strikes Back and all that. So yeah, let's see how long they can go. But I feel like the overall way to go forward would be decentralizing entire power. Because right now, only Kevin Feige is actually being the anchor, you know, the anchor point of the entire Marvel Cinematic Universe. So, yeah, I think it should be more than one person, you know, because one person can only handle so much.
That is very true. I think he should probably think about, shifting to Star Wars. Maybe he can start something new there.
Yeah. But then, again, franchises are always bound to end, you know, like even for Matrix, the fourth Matrix film wasn't that great.
Oh, that was really bad. I think it got really bad reviews, right?
Yeah, it was really bad. It never resurrected, you know.
Sometimes it's best to end things on a good note, right? I think they should not have continued with the Marvel universe after Endgame. Honestly, that would have been a really good, heartfelt ending to the universe. They should have just, maybe after that they could have thought of making individual movies rather than focusing on like a multiverse and going into these really complex concepts, right? What do you have to say about that?
Yeah, that's the thing, right? But then technically for the fans, right, it was just a teaser, because the fans, the entire content till Endgame was actually only up till I would say when Marvel started up to, it was before 2000s actually, most of that content. And most of the fans who actually grew up, read comics of 2000s and 2010s. So they wanted that stuff, and in film they couldn't really translate that stuff yet. So that is why I think they kept going. But even if they keep going, seeing the current phase and everything, it will at least take 30 more years to actually reach there. There's like so much content. And Secret Wars is actually, I think they're kind of rushing with the Secret Wars, because Secret Wars really had a lot of characters. It had Inhumans, X-Men, and I don't know if they can really set up all of those characters.
Let's see what they have in store for the future. So I guess that's a wrap for our today's podcast. We talked about different topics like Marvel, we talked about our life in Oman and all that. So I would like to thank my co-host Imad for joining me in this episode and for sharing your views with our listeners. I hope you guys enjoyed this episode and keep enjoying the coming episodes. Till then, adios amigos. Bye-bye.